Okay, and go live on Facebook. Baby, come on.
I'm gonna pull up Facebook.
There we go. We're live. Good afternoon, Fit Life Tribe. Welcome to your Fit Life Tribe Coaches Trainer Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about we're halfway through the year. I can't believe 2022 is already halfway over. It has flown by. This summer is just flying by. I don't know. Do you feel the same, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, like it's hard for me to believe there's really only like a month until school starts. And I have so much to do. Well, not so much, but I feel like I have a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, and then so time is flying, right? And I know our retreat is coming up. Today I went to visit my girlfriend who's a chiropractor, and I'm getting adjusted, and I've been a sub for her softball team, and she asked me, can I put you in as a permanent player? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have my retreat coming up, and then I travel to Arizona, then St. George, and then Arizona. I'm practically gone the whole month of September. And she goes, well, can you at least play next Thursday? And I was like, yeah, I think so. Pulled up in my phone. I was like, no, that's the day that we're heading to the retreat. I was like, oh my gosh, it's next week. Just like,
yeah,
on me that it's here. So that's where my life is going. It's just,
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know that you really have much room to commit to much more right now.
I don't, but I did commit to being a sub. I said I cannot commit to being a full-time player. And I had a lot of fun. I only played 2 games with them the last
season.
Yeah, they did early summer. Now this is like the summer fall. So games could potentially go through October. So yeah, I'm like, that would be so much fun, but I cannot, like you said, I just cannot commit. And a lot of things I do are on Thursday nights. So that's when most of the games are. Anyway, so here we are. We wanted to reflect. We're going to we're just going to talk about, Coach Marissa and I are going to walk through our mid-year review. We have some questions, and then we'll share them in the chat. And actually, I could probably do that right now. So first of all, I want you guys to just think about from January until now. And I just want you to reflect on, do you feel like the first 6 months of the year of 2022 was a success? And success to everybody looks completely different. One thing that we do inside the Fit Life Tribe is we do a monthly goal setting session. And with that goal setting, we are always reflecting on the prior month. So it doesn't have to be huge and elaborate reflection. But I think it's important to reflect. And then especially at the 6-month mark, let's really think about how can we make the next 6 months that much better? Because, most people get to the holidays and they're like, where did the year go? Which we're here. We're like, where did the year go? But they get to the holidays and then it's like a whirlwind, and then it's New Year's and it's New Year's resolution. And I wanted to lose weight and I didn't even try. Or I kept saying I would start on Monday, and then things just kept up, right?
So that's what I love about, not only do we do monthly goals, but we do weekly goals as well, because it kind of just resets us gosh, I didn't do so great last week. What could I do differently? And what's my new goal going into this next week? And sometimes you can just be like, okay, that goal is just not realistic for me in my life right now at all. And that's okay. That is completely okay to switch. I was going over my, my goal for the year and my goals inside of that, or my word and my goals inside of that. And some of my goals have completely changed from the beginning of the year. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
No, not at all. I'm just posting these real quick in the comments for everybody.
Okay, yeah.
I love that I actually really love that you said that, because that's why it's important to reflect. Is you may set out let's say you start in January and you set out New Year's resolutions and you have a weight loss goal, or you have a business goal or a relationship goal. There's different areas of your life. You set these goals and you may have been a little too ambitious. I know I am. I always think I can handle and take on way more than I possibly can. And then you get to a point where you reflect on that and you're like, okay, let me dial it back. Like, and we talk about SMART goals too. We're not going to dive into SMART goals, but just real quick, SMART, measurable, achievable. Wait, SMART,
It's
measurable.
specific.
Oh, what did I say? SMART. Oh yeah.
Smart,
Specific, measurable. What is A?
achievable.
Okay, that's what I thought. Realistic and time bound.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, for some reason, 3 was, or
Well, and realistic or relevant, they're both kind of tied together because yeah.
Boom. Okay, I just dropped those journal prompts in our comments. So if you guys want to take those and just use them as a great way to reflect on your past year. So these are just some journal prompts to get some juices flowing, get your thoughts out on paper. But yeah, oh, I love this first one. What do you want to be celebrating at the end of this year, right? So you may have set a goal in January and you kind of waver away from it, come back, especially if you're not like if you just set these goals in January and then you don't go and look back at them, you may not know what goals you have set in the first place.
I was really anxious to see what mine were.
Oh, do share.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
you can if you would like.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. So my word was fearless. I shared them on Facebook at the beginning of the year. And so some of my goals was to cut back in nursing or go PRN to do 100% travel. So this is interesting because I did go to PRN, but it was not to travel. It was so that I could do coaching full time. So that did change. And then to reach bronze in Q Science. And again, that's just not really that's not where my heart is. I still 100% am on board with Q Science. And I hope that one day I'll get motivated to kind of do that again, but it's just not where I'm at right now. And I'm okay with that. But I think, like you said just a little bit ago, I kind of overshot my goals for the year. And I was crushing it with Q Science. I got elite several months in a row, but I don't know. I just, like my priorities kind of shifted.
Exactly.
Then family vacation somewhere we have to fly. And so that's cool. Me and Abigail are about to fly. It will be her first time to fly. So we can check that off. Some personal relationship goals. And that was to get engaged. And I'm engaged. And we wanted to buy a house. And so we bought a house. We moved. And then for my health was just to be overall healthy and continued self-care by nourishing my mind and body.
Awesome.
So I wouldn't say I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
My mid-year.
I love that. Holy smokes, you are doing awesome. I was just looking through mine, and mine are a lot more like business oriented because I did set these for like mostly business. I know I did. I don't know what I did with that one. Hold on. Anyway, so I'll go back to this one. So this one, like I said, more so, my word of the year was prosper. And that was because I wanted to like prosper in all areas of my life. So, last year was really focused on business growth, but so is this year. Like they've just kind of been back to back. This year, we've grown way more than last year. Last year was like bring you on. And then we were kind of feeling each other, like getting our groove together. This year has been like definitely more growth, but I wanted to create more balance in my business, health, and wealth. So that was my main goal last year. And I feel like I've done a pretty decent job of that. Obviously, as Coach Marissa was saying, we kind of overshoot some things and got to reel it back in, right? So I've definitely revamped some of my business goals. Looking at some of these, we're like close, but not quite there. But overall, I would say this first like 6 months has been very, very successful. And I'm excited and have some metrics to hit for the next 6 months. So with that, let me see, what else is this? I mean, one of mine was to completely fill your roster and then bring on our next assistant coach. And I feel like we're pretty close there. I would say that can definitely still be
I mean, we're halfway there. We're definitely halfway there. We're a lot further than we were or have been over the last year and almost a half. So, I mean, we still have a whole 6 months left to go. So I'm very confident that that can and still will happen. We have a few more things, like we have, you know, our workshop coming up and our retreat, and we have things still going on. So
yes,
very big possibility.
Oh, for sure. So let's kind of dive into these questions a little bit. Who do we have? No, that's me. Okay. So just as a reminder, you guys make sure you pop on, say hello. Let us know what your goals are. Let us just know how your year is going. That's, I think, a good one to start with. Just, has this year been a success? Yes or no, right? And then I want you to think about too, like we're checking in, we're not just thinking, as I mentioned, I was working on like creating more balance in my life. So this can go with, you know, your health and your fitness, your finances, stress management. If you're like live in a high state of stress, like how can we manage some of those habits to be less stressful? Your own personal development, you might have goals there. You might have goals, like one of Coach Marissa's was to get engaged, right? So that would be like a relationship goal. So think about these other areas of your life. It does not just have to necessarily be health and fitness. I think everybody or everything builds on each other. And when you're focusing on more balance with all of these things, you're going to be more fulfilled than, you know, specifically focusing on, let's say, your job, your career, then other things may kind of take the back burner, right? So I want you to think about that. Did I drop our Wheel of Life? I feel like I did in the Fit Life Tribe.
Yeah.
I thought so. So yeah, we talked about the Wheel of Life a couple weeks ago.
You did it over the goal setting call.
Oh. Yeah, but I did put it in the Fit Life Tribe Facebook group. Okay. Yeah. So go back, you guys.
I don't know if you put it in the Facebook group. You put it in the WhatsApp.
Go check. I thought that I was going to post it in here too, but maybe I did just post it for our Fit Life Tribe clients. So we have something, this goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about, and it's called the Wheel of Life. And it's taking those areas of your life and rating yourself from 0 to 10, 10 being like fully fulfilled. And then you're seeing how much balance you have in your life. And there's some questions and prompts to really help you assess and just create more balance in your life. So I'll go through, I'll see if I drop that in here. If not, if it's something you want, just reach out to me. I want to get that out to you. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful resource. Okay, so back to these questions now. So Marissa, what do you want to be celebrating at the end of this year?
So I would definitely at this point have to say just that celebrating that my roster is full. I think I'm ready to be 100% all in with the coaching side of things and just do nursing. I mean, I am PRN, but I'm still working almost full time. So,
which is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Especially with everything else that I do. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I love that you said that, because of course I think my goals feed off of yours too, right? Because I want for you to be happy and for the Fit Life Tribe to just continue thriving. So that has been my goal. I mean, since I brought you on, I guess not necessarily, because I think first it has evolved.
I think our very first goal was like 10. And then we went to, that workshop, and then when we get together and our brains just blow up and we float away, literally. And so everything changed after that.
Yeah. And so I have some other things I'm working on that will really help me celebrate like some huge wins this year. And that's bringing on some more team members onto the Fit Life Tribe to help with back end. So that's going to be huge. I think that's going to be one of that and filling your roster are like my two biggest things that I want to be celebrating at the end of this year. And I feel like we've got some really great things in place right now for that to be accomplished very hopefully very quickly. How would accomplishing these goals feel? I guess we both kind of answered that. Right?
Together. Yeah.
What would it mean for your lifestyle, family, self-confidence, etc.?
Gosh, it would be just so like, I feel accomplished and like I've reached a milestone. And of course, it would boost my confidence. I don't know that I have any doubt, honestly, if I'm being honest, that that will happen. I believe in myself and I believe in us in the tribe. So that it doesn't have to do with lack of confidence, but it will definitely bring a whole nother level of it for me.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What would it mean for me, for my lifestyle, family, and self-confidence? And I think, I mean, yes, accomplishing these goals is definitely going to increase my self-confidence as a business owner, because I went from like solopreneur, running everything on my own, to like, bringing on our assistants, bringing on Ken as an assistant coach, and just like, I guess how does this sound, like giving away client, like not giving away clients, but not taking on as many clients myself. I definitely am like, oh, am I even a good coach anymore? And I know that's not the case, because my goal now is to more so educate and help like you and Ken be better coaches. But also I do have clients I do still have my own personal roster. It's just not necessarily my sole focus anymore. So my focus now is making sure that we have the best team to support our clients. And so growing even more will help with that confidence as a leader and as a business owner. And then lifestyle and family, I'm just excited to not give, that's not the word, but have a little less, like have some structured things that are on my plate instead of still being so spread thin, which I think will lead to a little bit more time freedom, which is what I'm pretty excited about, which will increase my family and their happiness. Like, oh, poor Evie this morning, she's been with family for the past 3 weeks. And so Monday we got up, she gets to go to daycare. She did not want her dad to go to work. She did not want me to work. And I was like, honey, this is like a normal day in our life. But because she had 3 weeks of like so much fun and attention, she did not want us to work. Same thing with this morning. It was heartbreaking, but like at the same time, she has so much fun at school. So it was just super cute. Okay, next one. What plan or schedule can you put into place to make sure you are taking consistent action to turning your big idea into reality?
So I would say just a lot of like the back end stuff and being consistent with that. As much as like the little things really are the things that matter.
Yeah.
Continuing to show up for myself, be consistent on social media, being consistent like in my actions, and doing what I say I'm going to do, and doing what I ask, of our clients to do, and just being a good role model. I don't know if I answered that right, but
no, I think that's great. Well,
I think there's like no huge answer to that. It's just really all the little details, all that back end stuff, and being consistent with that is really what brings in all those other things.
Yeah, exactly. Continue to take action and just be consistent with those small things. I think that's exactly this. I mean, that's the way to take on anything, your health and fitness journey, your big business goals, your relationship. Like small consistent action is going to lead into those huge results at the end. And like, especially when it comes to your health and fitness goals, like building that foundation first. If you don't have your water intake down, if you don't have your, like, you're hitting your calories, getting your protein goal in, moving your body, focusing on sleep and rest, like then you are not going to be successful with your health and fitness journey. You're going to maybe you're going to two extremes, and you gotta really, like, there's just so many things. Yeah. So small, consistent action is huge. having, like, for me, structure too is huge. So having that structure. And then for me, I would say like setting some boundaries and following through with them. So that's my thing. Like I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then, I'm like, oh, it's on my to-do list. I'll get to it. Right. But actually like setting a day. And if I say I'm going to do it, making sure I follow through with it. Things get done. It just is usually not as quickly, some things as I would like them to be. What do you need to ask for support? What, who, where do you need support to help you get to your victory at the end of the year?
What do I need to ask for support? And I don't even know that it's what I need to ask for. It's probably more just like you said, or, just a minute ago about having the boundaries and being okay with saying no. And, that would probably be the number one thing for me. And asking my family also for help. And I'm actually gotten a lot better about that. And this kind of just goes back to like when it says, what would it mean to your family if you reached these goals? What would it mean for your lifestyle and family? Like when I work a 12-hour shift and I drive one way 40 minutes and back 40, like I feel like I come home to complete chaos. Like it's crazy. Like my family cannot function without me. Like it's ridiculous. And they're all self-sufficient. Like they're not any babies in our household. But so just learning to be like, hey, Brian, I need you to grill supper tonight. Abby, I need you to do the dishes. Jasper, I need you to make sure you take out the trash, and then giving Ollie like a chore too. And like, so I guess that would be it for me, is like delegating like simple tasks instead of letting it get so chaotic that I'm overwhelmed when I get home. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's great. Because we can't do everything.
No,
and
I
like
try sometimes. I do try sometimes.
yeah. Well, and women, like moms especially play a huge role in our families. And we have a lot of influence in, obviously you have a huge influence because everybody relies on you for so much. So to be able to hand some of those tasks off, I think would be huge support. Same thing. Ken has been amazing. Like recently things have not gotten, they've always been great, but he's just been taking on so much more, making sure he's like just doing little things to help out our relationship. I'm like, holy, this is great. Like we can just continue on with this. And I think that means
that's the thing about it, is like they're so willing. Sometimes we just have to like ask though too, instead of thinking that we have to be superwoman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I know I'm like, oh, I got to do it because I do it my way and my way is the right way, but that's not the case. Like I love when Ken makes our bed, but he makes it like I'll give him like a 14-year-old because it's made pretty well, but I'm like, you could like just pull it a little bit tighter. Like, are you even in the army? Seriously, sometimes I wonder that, like, just little things, but then I have to remember like he put forth the effort to make the bed today. So I'm going to just leave it and I'm going to be happy that my bed is made. Right. So just being able to like loosen the reins a little bit is good. And just thinking and being thankful for the things that he does do. Cause I know he's trying to do things to help support me because these are things I like.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the same thing as just having, being able to ask. I think just being able to ask when I need that additional support, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this, or like, can you take Evie to school today? Cause I have a meeting, or like he's picking her up today cause I'll be on calls. So just asking for that additional support when it's needed is huge. So, yeah, well, so that's what we wanted to talk to you guys about, was just for how important it is to reflect on your year, have those midterm goals. And so this is honestly just, like I said, some journal prompts to help you get some of those juices flowing. There's so many other things out there. We'll make sure and drop our Will of Life in the Fit Life Tribe since we have not posted it here. I don't believe.
I don't think we did.
We may not have, and we might have just talked about it in the fit. That's the thing. We do so many trainings for our clients, and then we do our trainings for, you know, our free community as well, because we want to provide you guys with a ton of value as well. That's what this tribe is all about. And sometimes we forget where we put things. So well, thank you guys for joining us. This was awesome. And we really just want you to be successful in all things, you know, health and fitness, your life, just that fulfillment, right? And then having people to share it with. So we're here. Please remember, share those goals with us. Let us know your wins. Yeah, we want to be a part of this journey with you. We want to celebrate. That's, I think, our favorite part for sure is celebrating our client wins. So thank you guys for joining us. Coach Ken and I will be live tomorrow, and we are going to be talking about
Choose your hard.
Oh yeah, choose your hard. Yes, there we go. Choosing your hard. So Coach Marissa did an awesome live yesterday on discipline. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, make sure you go replay that one. And thank you as always for joining us. Right, actually real quick, 2 spots left for our retreat. So as I mentioned, retreat is next week. It's coming up super, super fast. If you are still interested and can make it work, let's have you reach out to me or Coach Marissa. Let us know you're interested and we'll get you signed up. Yep, we have 2 spots left. We have, that makes 15 amazing women going on this retreat. We're going to have the time of our lives, and we'd love to share this experience with you. So yeah, the little weekend getaway in St. George, an amazing all-inclusive, well, it's all inclusive by us, but a beautiful, beautiful resort. We'll be doing some outdoor activities. We have some amazing like self-love connection activities. We're going to have a lot of fun, some adventure. So it's going to be a wonderful time. And like I said, we are looking for 2 more women to join us. So make sure to reach out if you guys are interested, and have a wonderful Tuesday. We will talk to you next time.
Goodbye.
All right. Sorry, that went a little long.
That's all right.
We're together. Oops.
I'm